Everybody, Big Mess, Mr. Branch Outdoors, and today I'm going to be tying for you a peacock caddis. We've been working on nymphs. We've been talking about things to fish here this time of year, but a good friend of mine, Mike Nervy, he was out fishing here locally on one of the rivers, the Tuckasegee River Delayed Harvest, and he sent me a video of a massive caddis hatch, and a lot of times we get those in February. But with that being said, with the warmer temperatures it being in March now, you can actually take this particular pattern, you can adapt it to the areas that you're fishing. All you got to do is just change your body materials, the size of the hook, and you're going to be set to go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to jump into this fly. It's an easy tie. Once again, I'm going to be teaching you technique. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Just got to send them to me there at messerbranchoutdoors@gmail.com. So here in my Norvise Fly Tying System, I've inserted a size 14 dry fly hook. You use the type of hook that you like the best. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some black nano silk and I'm going to get that started here on the hook shank itself. Then we're going to lay down a little thread base. So if you go with a lighter colored fly, definitely go with a lighter color thread. Just kind of always try to match that thread to the particular fly that you're tying. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come back here to the back, just about where the barb of the hook is, and that's going to be the tie-in point for my peacock. I do have some peacock here. I've already got it selected. So what we're going to do is I'm going to square off those ends. I'm going to take my thread, spin it counterclockwise so it somewhat jumps backwards. I'm going to capture those materials, just like that. Boom. I appreciate you folks watching. We are getting close. We're climbing up there in subscribership. So please, folks, keep supporting the channel. Help us grow. So we appreciate it. So what I'm going to do now that I've got a half hitch, is I'm going to take my peacock curl, set it to the side. Then I'm going to use my Norvise and I'm going to spin this peacock up and make a chenille for the body. That should be good enough right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very slowly avoid that hook point as much as I can. And I'm going to bring it up to about right in there. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to capture that, tie that off. And right there we have created a nice durable body. And you may be saying, well, you didn't tie in your hackle feather. Well, since we're on the Norvise, we're going to do this a little bit differently. I want to show you a thing that will work well on Griffin's gnats, palmers, things of that nature. I like it. Something that Norm showed when he was demonstrating the vise. One of the things that sold me on this vise actually is going to be the next thing that we do. It's going to take a grizzly hackle I've prepared. Get a hackle size to match your hook there. I have actually taken and I have stripped off those bottom barbules. I'm going to have this shiny side facing you. So I'm looking at the dull side. Once again, I want to spread my thread counterclockwise. I want to grab that stem front. I want to go behind it, lock it in, go in front one more time. I want to look at this here, get this out of the eye. Real important when you start to tie in hackle feathers and you start using hackles is you want to keep that eye clean so when you go put your tippet in, you don't run into any issues. So I'm going to reach around, I'm going to grab my hackle feather, and I'm just going to rotate this. I'm going to make open spiral wraps going down to the body itself, the back, and then I'm just going to basically crisscross real fast, come forward, and right there we have hackled that body on that peacock caddis. The nice thing about this is when you throw this particular fly, it's not going to be like a jet airplane turbine. It's not going to really twist up your leader tippet. So it casts very well, it floats very well, it's very durable. And with a caddis itself, you can actually come in if you want to. If you want to trim off the underside of the caddis in through there, you can. You see different caddis variations where they actually don't have any hackle back here, but it's all up here. That's entirely up to you. There's so many different variations. But basically, at this point right here, we have actually tied a Griffin's gnats. Griffin's gnats is a fly that I actually fish from a size 12 down to 20s. The 12s and the 14s really look like really, really large clusters and can be really good out there. But sometimes those 18, 20s, I like to fish with another dry fly. So just a little tip there for you. Basically, you got two flies in one. So the next material we're going to use is going to be some either elk hair or deer hair. That's entirely up to you. A lot of these elk hair caddis are actually tied with deer hair. You find you some really, really nice hair, and this is when we use the hair stacker. I've already previously stacked this here for us to speed up the process. So I want to remove those hair fibers. I grabbed it by the tips, making sure they're lined up quite nicely. Irregardless of what you do, you're going to have some fibers that don't always necessarily agree with what you're wanting to do. But you know what? That's fly tying. So I want to get my thread back here to the tie-in point, just like so. Once again, spin that back counterclockwise. Try to get that cleaned out as much as possible. I always kind of try to look into where you line this up toward where the hook ends, where the bend of the hook is. A couple of ways you can do this. You can go around and capture that hair like that, and then come down, and then as you pull up, you've got those captured in there like so. Now I'm going to start making wraps through that hair bundle, just like that. Beautiful. I feel real good about that right there. That's not going to go nowhere. I want to come in here like this. I may have left it just a smidge short on that wing, but that's okay. I want to take a 1/2 inch tool here right quick. Beautiful. Not all flies are created the same. So if it's a little short, don't shame me too bad on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and grab a whip finish tool while that's up out of the way. And you can see I can pull that back. And I want to do 2 nice whip finishes. With this nano silk being so small, you're not necessarily building up bulk on there. So at this point, I've really got that locked down. I'm going to come in here with my scissors, trim that just like so. We'll give you a tip also here in Western North Carolina. We are in the first week of March. Temperatures are warming up. We've been all over the place. It's been, some days it's been cold, some days it's been warm. We've had some warm nights. Just today, the water gauge inside the Great Smoky Mountain National Park at Cataloosa Valley was 48 degrees there at one point in time. Water's up a little bit. We did receive some moisture there on Friday. And if you would like, let me know. Leave in a comment down below if you would like to have some fishing reports from this area on a weekly basis. That maybe I can drop in a real quick short video for you. Let me know. If you want that, also let me know where you're watching from. So basically there we have it, an easy tie here on the Norvise Fly Tying System. Just a Peacock Caddis using Peacock Herl. You can use Peacock Dub. Whatever your favorite colors are, just mix and match. Make it what you want it to do. Trim on the other side if you want to. But basically, folks, that's it. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. Help us subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are trying to at least hit the 200 mark, and then from there, we want to hit 500, then 1,000. I need you, folks. We need you. We love you. Thank you, folks. We'll catch you on the next video. Y'all take care.